music of all kinds was the great inspiration. And the Irishman, it's In the Still of the Night by the Five Satins. That's it. We filmmakers use whatever means we have at our disposal, technical, creative, human, to tell our stories and get our movies across. For this reason, I think the filmmakers of the future might feel just as far from me as I do from David Lean, and just as close. Now, I came to making movies really at a different time, obviously, than when Lean started to direct with Noel Coward. In Lean's time, I would think that you had to work your way up the industrial ladder, so to speak, and film business obviously was something that from the outside it was impenetrable, I would think. But by the time I started making movies, it was still tough to make movies, but it really started to seem less impenetrable, and it was actually more possible. And the actual studio system in America was breaking down. You could actually make movies with this new lightweight equipment in the late 50s, early 60s, and the door was opening to young directors all around the world. Things had changed and were still constantly changing. I mean, Kazan was the key change for me. His discovery of Brando and Dean and the founding of the Actors Studio. With that, it shifted mid-century. And the emphasis for me, that spoke to me about cinema, was that the actor really became, I think, the center of gravity in the movies. I don't say you make I'm not saying editing, shooting, writing, no. But the actor's presence was like the center of gravity. And that I connected to right away. This filmmaking of Kazan, Cassavetes, Shirley Clark, it thrived on the actors' energies. It built from the excitement of their gestures and the values that they explored together with their directors, you know. The way of behaving, relating, moving, speaking, telling stories in a certain rhythm that I knew from my own life. And De Niro knew it too, because actually we were 16 years old when we first met down the Lower East Side where we grew up. A lot of the stuff I recall from my own life and that I could really explore further with, you know, incredible artists like Pacino and De Niro. And usually I really don't start seeing a movie, a picture, in my head until I start hearing the music. Music of all kinds was the great inspiration. And the Irishman, it's In the Still of the Night by the Five Satins. That's it. I know that. I knew it going in. And that's the tone of the movie. I really tend to think I tend to think as an editor myself. I kind of anticipate a feeling of wonder and excitement that I always have whenever I go into the editing room. I have this excitement about seeing and feeling what happens when you take one image and another image, not the same, but you put the two together and it creates some sort of sensation, a kind of spark. But really, these two disparate images spliced together create what I like to call a phantom image, which is in the mind's eye. Emotion, psychology, political. You make your point through that cut, in a sense. Now, having said that, you could take, I don't know, you could take that same cut and you could remove one frame at the tail of the first shot and add 2 frames on the tail of the second, and it's a completely different sensation, a completely different phantom image in the mind is created. And that's the mystery and the beauty of really the heart of cinema for me. It's always what has compelled me to make pictures and always will be what compels me to make a film.